That belly fat is one of the last and most stubborn to go, and this is one of the breakfasts that helped me really lower my belly fat percentage and get that waist down. One thing about me, I'm not eating it if it does not taste good. I don't care how healthy it is. I am not going to torture myself like that. And this breakfast I had on repeat for a very long time because it's high protein, it has the fiber that you need, and it kept me satiated for a really long time. So welcome to this video where I'm going to show you what breakfast I used to make. You'll need blueberries, spinach, egg whites. You're going to need some turkey. The turkey is honestly optional, but it does give you more protein. And obviously some cheddar cheese. This is the brand of egg whites that I use, but any kind of egg whites will work. I also threw in one egg just to give it like some normalcy. I don't really like to do all egg whites because it just does not taste good to me. Like I said, I'm all about it still tasting like a normal food. Some mushrooms also are optional, but that does add to the volume of the meal. And what I mean by volume is that the meal looks really big, but in reality, it's not that many calories, but it makes it seem like you're eating a lot of food, which you are, but it's lower in calories because it's just vegetables. So I always start off by chopping up all my veggies. I'm using half of a white, well, not even half, maybe about a fourth of a white onion. I've always grown up putting onions and cheese in my eggs, so this is not like out of the blue for me. A lot of people do not like veggies with their eggs and just don't like omelets in general, but you definitely should try it. And then I also chopped up a mushroom, heated up my pan, and then got that water out. I'm gonna add in some olive oil, which is still some healthy fats. I have to learn how to like control my arm when it comes to olive oil because I can go a little overboard. And then I'm gonna add in my turkey bacon. This turkey bacon is 5 grams of protein each, and it's honestly the best brand in my opinion. It tastes the best. Just fry it till it's crispy. Make sure you turn it over and don't burn it. For the eggs, I'm using a bigger pan because for the omelet, it is a lot of eggs, and you don't want to put it in a really small pan to where it's going to take forever to cook and it's going to be hard to flip. So I added in all my veggies, and then I'm added in that spinach to let that cook down. It looks like a lot of spinach, but once it cooks, you're barely going to have any spinach in your omelet at all. And also spinach does have some protein in it. And then I'm going to start getting out that turkey. For the turkey, is really simple. I don't get a knife and chop it up or anything. I just literally use my hands to tear it because it's just easier that way. And who got time to be steady taking out knives and wasting dishes? So I just tear up that turkey and put it in there. One that I really like is like the smoked turkey and the honey. I think it's like a honey turkey. It's really good and it adds like some sweetness to your omelet if that's what you like. Sometimes all you gotta do is add a little bit of sweetness for you to be able to enjoy the meal because our bodies love sugar, and just having like the taste of just something a little sweet will help you enjoy it more, and you won't hate the fact that you're technically on a diet. You'll be able to eat it and not feel like you're eating super healthy and fall off again. It helps with consistency, trust me. I'm adding a little bit more oil before I add my eggs in because I really don't want it to stick to the pan. You'll see what actually ends up happening because I should have added a little bit of butter also, but I didn't want to add too many calories. So I'm shaking up those egg whites really good because they get super foamy towards the end, and I was towards the end of this carton for the egg whites. And then I'm gonna do 2 cups of egg whites. You don't need to do 2 cups of egg whites, but for me, breakfast is a one meal where I try to get in as much protein as possible because once I get to work, I really don't have an appetite and I kind of have to force myself to sit down and eat. So if I make sure that I get in majority of my protein at the beginning of my day, I can kind of have like some leeway towards the end of my day. Not saying that I'm gonna skip a meal, but I don't have to be like trying to rush to get my protein in. So once I add the egg whites, I cracked in 1 egg, added some salt and pepper. That's all you need. I do not like adding extra lemon pepper and seasoning salt to my eggs. You don't need all that. You just need some salt and pepper, and then you're gonna add in your cheddar cheese. I love cheesy eggs, and I love adding cheese on my eggs. You also get more protein with the cheese. Like, this is a very high protein omelet, and I love that. So I kind of waited a little bit too late to start flipping my omelet. So what I usually do when this happens is just flip everything in, kind of like a, I can't even say like a tortilla or a burrito, but I just fold everything inwards and then chop it up like that and eat it as if it's like pieces of quesadilla. I guess like that's the best option, but as you can see, it did start sticking to the pan. So maybe start flipping yours a little earlier than what I did. And then yeah, you shouldn't have the problem that I'm having. And you're going to see me pressing down on the egg quite a lot because I do not like runny eggs. I don't like for the yolk to still be running. I don't like for the egg whites to not be fully done. I like a well cooked, hard egg. Do not bring me a. You see how it's runny right there? Oh my god, I do not like that. Call me childish, whatever you want to call me. I eat everything else besides a runny egg. You guys to cook mine. Well done. But once you get done and you get it to where it's easy to flip it over, it's gonna feel really, really fluffy. But that's probably like the part that I love the most is how fluffy it feels. I love a good fluffy egg. I didn't leave it in there too long. Then I'm just gonna plate it up, and then also the turkey bacon I probably let cook maybe for 6 minutes on each side because I like it extra crispy. And then I'm just gonna add that to the plate. The final part to the meal, which I did not used to like blueberries at first, but now I do, is adding in some blueberries. Blueberries is like the one fruit that I used to eat in a calorie deficit just because I was craving sweets at the time. And you can probably eat so many blueberries and still not go over your calories for the day. So that's just like a little hack. Blueberries is such a life-changing fat loss hack to me. And then I'm just adding some avocado because it's not an omelet if you don't have avocado. And if you don't like avocado, grow up and look at how good that looks. I feel like this looks like it came straight out of a cookbook or a restaurant, something. And yes, I am adding some hot sauce to my eggs because I like very, very, very spicy foods. You do not have to add hot sauce to yours, but I'm very much a sauce girl, and sauce is one of the portions of like dieting that I struggle the most with because a lot of sauces have a lot of calories, and obviously if I'm trying to lose fat, I'm not trying to intake a lot of calories. So I would do little hacks like instead of sour cream, Greek yogurt. Honestly, a lot of my sauce came from Greek yogurt and like ranch seasoning or a lot of hot sauce because hot sauce is lower in calories, mustard, and then low fat or fat free, whatever it's called, low sugar. Mayo, love mayo, cannot make like my tuna or anything without mayo. So that's one thing that I was not getting rid of. But I had to insert this clip of me eating it because I know like the whole thing with people posting what they eat in a days and stuff like that, and people saying that's not really what they eat. I did actually eat this and I did actually finish it because your girl is focused on her goals. Please let me know what else you guys want to see from me. This video was really short because obviously it's just one meal, but I want to start doing videos that are centered on like one single thing. I feel like it's easier to digest and intake, and it's also easier for you guys to go home and follow along with the video and cook it. On average, this meal probably had about 35 grams of protein in it, which is really, really, really good. So definitely try this if you're on like a high protein diet and you're trying to lose fat. If you have been dropping fat, but your belly is still not going anywhere, do not fall off. Stay consistent. I promise you, you are going to start seeing results.